Alright, let's hop in here with the Scout ramp deck. See what happens. I plan on doing, now that I figured all this out, I'm going to plan on doing one or two videos a day uploaded. Right now, I'm just going to be playing the Scout deck, but in the future, going to be playing other stuff. Might take requests, things people want to see. If there's anything you're looking for, let me know in the comments section. Really, you're just looking for 1 and 2 drops, or the 3 Magicka 1/1 that gives you a Magicka. Against an unknown opponent, I mean, yellow-green can be two different things, right? It could be the life gain control deck I've seen lately, or it could be Pilfer. Pilfer, I feel like, would have had a 1-drop. So, what am I interested in doing? I love putting Fighter's Guild Recruit in the Shadow Lane against Pilfer. Alternatively, his speaker would let me drop 2 other cards next turn, but these are not high-impact cards. So, against an unknown opponent, let's just lock up a lane. And if he wants to waste and execute on that, that is fine by me, because that means that my his speaker might be able to live, and I like his speakers. Actually, to be honest with you, I don't. It's one of the worst cards in the deck, but what are you going to do? That's interesting. I feel like he's still got removal for the his speaker, but the ability to play Thorn Histamage next turn is too great to resist. So, it's the worst card he could play right now. I mean, execute into some kind of 2-drop's pretty bad. Execute into attack here into 2/2 Pilfer. It's frustrating. I'd Fighter's Guild recruit it instead of, well, if he used an execute, I might Murkwater Witch, because how many executes is he going to have in hand? There's 1. There's 2. Okay, well, I have to kill that, so see what happens. Since this looks like a more aggressive deck, I'm going to use this to snipe off like a Descendant of Alkosh or something like that if I can. What do we got? Okay. So I got an options here. I got options. Next turn he's at 5 mana, Piercing Light. Disastrous for me if he, well, actually, Piercing Light's not disastrous, because he would have to drop 2 creatures to kill this with that, which isn't, I guess, completely unreasonable. You know what, I'm just going to clear the board. It feels safer. His deck seems pretty aggressive, and I'm not in the mood to let that thing get out of control without a silence or a mummify in hand. Rather play it safe, since I don't know what he's doing in the first place. Okay, so maybe we are planning some kind of life gain thing here. I mean, this is the only play. These guys are not having any impact so far, but... and I don't think he's playing around it. But, Piercing Light right now would hurt. Piercing Light. I keep calling it Piercing Light. Piercing Javelin. It was Banishing Light for a while in beta. Now it's Piercing Javelin. So my bad. What do you got there, buddy? Okay. So, let's say he's holding on to Leaf Lurker, then I don't want to do that, right? If I do this, kill that, and drop the Preserver of the Root, what happens, right? This goes into the root, that goes into that, this stays alive. Piercing Javelin screws those plants up, but I think I'm okay with that. I mean, unless he's playing something insane, the longer this game goes on, the better it is for me. Now, if he attacks here and he has the life total advantage to play... You know what else is bad? Is Quinral Burglar. The 4/4 Pilfer with Drain. I don't have an answer to that right now. But if he could get those 4/4s with Guard, that give you an extra one if you have more life. So this is not by any means a good position to be in. Okay, so he's gonna make some trades. Right, kill that. Okay. Well, I want to go down to one card in hand. There's not a lot of reason to play this. You know what I kind of like, though? Well, I don't want to gain any more life. Although I'm not catching up on life for a while anyway, so what I need to do is draw some gas, something big or some card draw or something, which means I'm going to top deck Ungulum. I'm going to do this. Which might be a mistake. If he's got Murkwater Witches of his own, which he probably does considering he's playing the Murkwater Savage, I'm about to get smacked for 4, which is the worst amount I could get hit for. Getting hit for 5 right now wouldn't even be that bad. Since it appears to be kind of a slow, grindy deck, I'm going to make sure I am aware of All Sun's Dawn. Right. This seems good. I mean, as I say that, I stack my 2 huge creatures in the same lane, but I really couldn't help it. Immolating Blast, I mean, I guess I'd want it to kill this thing. I am 1 turn away from Magic Potioning out Atronach, though, which is pretty good. Okay. I probably have to worry about a deck like this playing Maroc, too. But, I mean, honestly, I have absolutely no way to answer Maroc, so I am going to... What am I worried about in playing? What cards will get out of control? I mean, I'm all in on this Atronach. So, playing him over here, so I can drop him over there and play around Immolating Blast. There's really not much else I can do. So, I need to keep in mind too, Leaf Lurker is a pretty good way to answer this. Haven't seen that. Right. Okay. How concerned am I about him finding finding a way to just kill me? You know what? I'm going for it. At the very least, I'll stall out the game a bunch like this. Or at least a little. Hope for the best. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. In the short term, I don't mind getting hit for 8 because I'd like to draw some cards. Oh, that Red Brahmin rides again. I'm honestly, I'm pretty excited to draw Red Brahmin. So here's what's gonna happen. So are we giving up playing around things? Is that the plan? I'm not dropping Black Marsh Warden because in the event that he finds a way to clear my board, like I'd like to be able to drop something. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I could still lose this game very easily, a number of ways. He wipes this whole lane, he Leaf Lurkers it. I mean, unanswered, I'm going to win next turn, but... Alright. That's one way of answering it. I did not see coming, I have to admit. I guess it still can't be targeted, which is cool. All I need to do now is execute this thing, though, and I'm SOL. Imperial Legionnaire. Okay. A lot of those couriers. Well, Red Brahmin, you have betrayed me, you bastard. So I feel like I just drop him here, trade in there. Yeah. This doesn't let that live any longer. That's been silenced. He does get to draw a card, which is a bummer. I'm just gonna keep spreading out my threats. I would guess that a deck like that's running Snowy Sabercat at rank 1 is probably also running the 3 Magicka spell that gives something an extra attack, so I probably should be on the lookout for the Drain Necklace. In case my opponent's interested in gaining some life. Aerostorm. Yeah, I mean, I'm still at the mercy of the top of my deck. Leaf Lurker. Finish off? Finish off is better. Leaf Lurker. Better for me. Worse for him, obviously. Okay, I got 9 on board. I mean, how greedy am I, right? I mean, honestly, I'm pretty greedy. Right, so if I hit him for 8, 6 left, I can't kill him with this alone if he clears everything else. And I should expect him to have the Tiger with Guard to drop over here, which would just gobble up all my characters. I drop him here, it's just getting eaten by that. Fuck it, right? I think we just go all in. Good luck, sir, your move. What you got, buddy? I mean, like, there's a dozen cards, right, that could totally screw me over here. And it looks like he's figured it out, because that was pretty quick. I mean, one Tiger just gobbles these guys up, and then I'm hoping for a top deck silence. Red Brahmin's already been played, so my only option then is Shadowfen Priest. There you go. Is he going to 1? I mean, alternatively, I could just draw... That's greedy of him. Alternatively, I could just draw Tazcad. Finish the game, and now with Mummify, he needs to do something besides just drop one gigantic taunt over there. Or guard. My apologies. Okay. One guard, and do you have another? By the egg of fine battle, my friend. Ooh, another Black Marsh Warden. Come to see her little boy grow up. That was interesting. I like his deck. That was a good battle. I will see you guys next time.